Hey everyone, so we're back at Cypress now, doing more scouting, a little bit more success today. This whole operation so far has been to find a suitable camping spot, an overnighter. Something I've been wanting to do for a while, at my own hometown in Prince George and as well as in Vancouver. It's pretty hard to find a place of seclusion in the city, so scouting for a place of solitude is advantageous for your soul, I believe. Anyway, so I'll take you down to what I found so far. I've been bombing up into Eagle Lake Road for a while, hiking up. Went off trail from the North Connector and found this spot. Now it took a little bit of scrambling through some cedar forest, but I don't know, this place is alright. There's a trail that cuts through that way and as well as that way. So yeah, we're gonna go on an adventure. We're gonna go further up the mountain. Left my compass back home. So yeah, we'll stick to the trail. Alright, let's go. It's gonna be great. Oh, and this. So after ascending this area of rocky face, there's a bottom ravine. It cuts through, goes all the way down to the North Connector Road. It's a dirt trail. It's not much. I mean, people use it for biking and like running, but it's right adjacent to Cypress Falls, so it's fairly popular, which is why I tried to get away from that road as soon as possible and found this place. But yeah, what I'm getting at is I found this after climbing up a bit of a rock face, and luckily enough, I didn't realize this, but on top of that rock face was arbutus trees, and I think either red pine or, yeah, most likely it's red pine or knotty pine. You can see the arbutus tree is right behind me there. Now that tree is very, very hard and brittle and would not take to a bow drill very well. Now, I have not used arbutus all too much, but so far it's been pretty interesting to see. You can see it's right above my head there, and I mean, the leaves are very, very waxy leaves, and as well, it's a very red exposed inner wood, and the outer wood is very flaky, almost like fur or even hair. And you can see it just behind me there. So arbutus is a very interesting tree, and so beside that tree is what the same species that we found our resinous pitchwood that I'll go over in a second here. This stuff is great for, I think it's either a white spruce or a black spruce. It's great for, this stuff, lichen. It's good to treat your wounds. You boil it up and make a paste out of it. And the roots are very pliable for cordage. And on top of that, it's a very resinous wood. Now, good for bow drills as well. But if you find a stand of, if you find a stand of rotting pine tree, actually that's not pine there, that's spruce, but this came from a pine. You can tell because it's very knobbly. Yes, very accurate wording there. So down here you'll see that this guy is wasting away. You can tell by the bark that it's probably some type of spruce. But this is similar to what you would want to look for. Just a rotting piece of dead wood. And you go in and you tear it up and see what sticks. So none of that's any good. But when we hike back, I'll show you guys where I found this one, because I know that it has really high resin content because A, it's very red. You see the color of that? And B, it smells like pitch. It smells like sap. Huge amount of sap. So what happens when a tree dies, it sends all of its sap from its roots to the infected areas, to the areas that are most vulnerable. And so when you have a stump, the roots are still sending nutrients and sap up into the tree. And so that stump, it's collecting all that sap into its broken off ends. And if you dig past the rot and past all the gross bits, you can probably get into an area of good pitchwood, and that's what this is. And after this hike here up, I'll show you exactly what we can do with pitchwood. But for now, I'm gonna have a little hike. We'll see you in a second. Welcome back. So, I've been practicing this pitchwood lighting a little bit, and I want to show you guys the results. What we have is this piece that I found in the bush off of a stand of pine, and it was just a broken down stand of pine that was rotted away and had dried out. And I just started ripping at it, getting to the base of it, and pulling up a piece that was a little bit more stubborn than the rest, and then bringing it up and grab this out of it. I split it down into two pieces. I'm going to be using this to collect my shavings. I'm going to shave with this knife, and then I'm going to strike it with this. This is a fire starting flint and striker made with a whistle, and comes with some lighting paracord. You can burn it, use it as a candle, but I'm going to primarily use that for the striker. So let's get to scraping. So once you got a bit of fluff going on, you break off some sticks, and these will act like matches. Once you get that end burning, it'll be very hard for it to stop burning, and we'll simulate a little bit of a cooking area right there. Line up our matchsticks. Those will catch real easy. And grab a striker. Okay. There you guys go. See that there? There we go. Yeah, just like I suspected. It really is about how you use that striker. Well, you see that? That baby just caught up so fast. Check that out. Let it gather. That's just like a match right there. And you can see that all of that fire there is just black. The smoke from it is just black. And it's such a small fire though that I'm not worried about it, the smoke being so black. But yeah, pitchwood, really helpful in a fire starting scenario, especially around this area, because it's all cedar trees around here, and cedar trees are high concentration. The cedar forest, that's what I'm trying to say. It's very, very wet in a cedar forest. And here in Vancouver, that's all we got is cedar trees and cedar forests, poplars and tamaracks and hemlocks, and it's all wet, 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 wet. And so being able to identify and find some pitchwood is really advantageous, because once you can find some pitchwood in the area around you, then you're golden. You just start scraping away like I just did, and then you just go ham on this striker. I mean, pick up a small striker, put it in your, switch it out for your backpacks, put them on your backpacks, put them on paracord bracelets around your wrists. There's loads of uses for these buckle paracord, these buckle strikers. You know, good for a whistle right there. I would throw this striker out. I mean, like, you could use it in a pinch, but hopefully you have a knife on you. If you don't, I mean, you can strike it at least. But yeah, I wasn't planning on making a big fire, so that can all burn out. But yeah, thanks for watching the video with me, guys, and I'll catch you all later.